Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the sixth episode, season one, episode six of Balls Out Sports Podcast. I'm Remy. This is Jerry, and let's talk sports. Um, what's a game you saw this week in the NFL that you really like that you want to talk about first?
I think we should start with the bad first. With let's start with the prime time from last night. Yeah, we gotta
So
get there first.
so the Chicago Bears beat the Minnesota Vikings 12-10 last night.
I wouldn't say beat.
It was yeah, but I don't know what to say. It was one of the crazier
That was
games
probably,
that I've seen for prime time.
I'm
You
not
know?
gonna lie to you, bro. As I was watching it, I was like, "This is probably the worst game of the season so far. Like the most boring. Like that was the worst game. It was so many penalties, so many turnovers. It was just bad.
Yeah, I see what you're saying with the. Okay, yeah, that's what you mean by boring. But yeah, it definitely takes a lot out of the game when, when I mean, I wouldn't even say that the penalties and all that was the reason why the score was so low. Like I feel like just overall, yeah, it was just a boring game.
It was,
Not well executed by either team, but at
yeah.
the end of the day, one of the teams has to come up on top. So
I don't I don't think it was that much star power in that game either. So it wasn't really like anybody that like you would see big plays from really playing in that game. Well, there was a lot of injuries or like players with big names that just don't really live up to the hype. Like, but yeah,
So
that was
yeah,
a that was a
you're definitely starting to see that the Vikings are really missing Justin Jefferson
and Kirk Cousins.
and Kirk Cousins. Well, anyone's going to miss their quarterback.
Yeah,
Um, I don't think there's many times where you can your quarterback can go down and then someone takes over and does better than you. Like I think one of the rare times that happened was Tom Brady.
hmm
You
yeah,
know,
that was one of the only times it worked out well.
right? Like I'm talking about a quarterback who's been there for years. Or
Yeah,
I guess that happened a little bit with Patrick Mahomes
who
when he took over for Alex Smith, who had been starting for years.
oh yeah, Alex Smith was kind of tough too. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
he was he was a good football player, bringing the Chiefs to the playoffs every single year.
Yeah,
Just when you compare that to what Mahomes been doing,
he
it's very different.
he was on the Niners too, right? Alex Smith.
Alex Smith was on the Niners,
And
yes,
before, and then Colin Kaepernick took over, right?
and yeah,
So Colin Kaepernick low key was in that same position,
yep,
but then
Colin Kaepernick did that. Yeah, so there's a few names out there that
yeah,
where the job was taken by a younger player. Um, But yeah, I don't know if it's just that he hasn't been in the system long enough, but I was expecting to see better throwing performances from Joshua Dobbs at this point. I know it's hard without a true number one receiver because as much as Addison's cold, it's only his first year in the NFL. So
I can't really say that I expected much from him. Like he was second string at Arizona, right?
yeah,
Came
but
from
second
Arizona.
string, you got to take into account second string to Kyler Murray in Arizona,
Kyler Murray's not that great.
but he's better than Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he wasn't starting in Arizona, I feel like. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know there's nothing much I can say about the Vikings except that I really hope that he has like some sort of crazy connection with Justin Jefferson when he comes back on the field. But yeah.
Jefferson, him, bro. He's clear to play.
Mhm.
It's his.
I saw that it's a
It's his
personal
people.
decision, right?
Yeah,
It's up to him.
It's up to him and his people. Like, but I guess he's just being smart.
Yeah, he's just playing it safe because Vikings have the bye week coming up this Sunday. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so like that he doesn't that's what it was basically. He had to decide either I come back, on a Saturday or on a Sunday night. He had to decide either come back tomorrow or I come back in 2 weeks.
Is he still on his rookie contract?
Yeah, this is third season.
Oh yeah, he's trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's smart. He know what he's doing.
Um. Is that all you have to say about that game?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. I mean, there's not much to say. Um, Justin Fields, he almost threw it away.
yeah,
He almost threw it away. Well, he fumbled twice in like the last 5 minutes of the game.
yeah.
Um,
I don't think earlier this season you asked me on one of these episodes if Justin Fields was the problem. I said, nah, I don't think he's necessarily the problem. I think he needs to be surrounded by this and that, something along those lines. But after seeing what happened last night, I don't think the Vikings have like the most phenomenal defense out there. You know, and he was bobbling the ball all over the place. Not that we weren't doing the same, but
bro, he looked like so confused out there. Like, and it's not even like he didn't have time in the pocket. Like his O line was holding it down, and he just wasn't. I don't know if it was like the receivers wasn't getting open, but he just in the pocket like s- scrambling, like his brain just
he looked like
scrambled.
he was struggling.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
bad. It was bad. So I don't know. So yeah, he is the problem. He blamed it on the coach earlier this season, right? He said the coach
yeah,
don't know how to coach him, basically.
yes. He wasn't. He was doing kind of the opposite of Zach Wilson this year. You know, where Zach Wilson's been kind of like, nah, no matter what, you know, it's
It's
all
on
because of
me.
me. It feels like, well, you
Well,
know,
now he's doing that. He wasn't doing that last year.
yeah. Well, evolution. We'll see if we'll see if Fields by next year still has a job with the Bears, or if he's still, you know, or if he's making those same steps towards you know,
And
bettering yourself like Zach Wilson's been doing.
that's literally what they was talking about throughout the whole game. Like the commentators, like, oh, Fields, his future's questionable in Chicago. You know, he's got to show. He got to show something.
Yeah, he's just gotta play better, and if he
Yeah.
plays better, then I mean, I don't know. It's a tough situation. Do you try and get a better quarterback in the draft, or do you try and see if he can play better with good players by getting other positions in the draft potentially?
Cause what are they now? Like 3-9 with that loss. They like 3-9 now.
I don't know. Can you check for? Well, they just won, so I think they are
They're 4-8.
Yeah, 4-8. There you go.
Oh yeah, yep. So yeah, they last in their division. 13th in the NFC. But yeah, I
You
guess
said
that's like
13th out of 16 in the NFC.
yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I guess that's enough with that game because nah.
Yeah, that's something I want to talk about. Not just the NFC, but the NFC North. Specifically, just because of the Vikings, losing that one. So 6-6 right now,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Yeah. So Vikings 6-6.
2-game losing streak.
Yep. Green Bay is just behind them,
5-6. Yes, sir.
and Detroit, by losing to Green Bay, that raises some question marks because Green Bay was not viewed as one of those teams that should be out here beating Detroit, but they did, and
mean,
it was a really good performance by Jordan Love. I don't know if you saw that game or not on Thanksgiving Day, but
I literally only I literally only knew the Packers was gonna win, just because 8 years straight the Lions lost on Thanksgiving. So
really,
it just it made sense.
but the way odds work is that eventually if they keep losing on Thanksgiving, eventually
They
they're
gonna
gonna
win
win
one?
one.
Eventually, they just gonna stop scheduling them to play on Thanksgiving. That's what I would do.
I'm pretty sure they were the first team to have that Thanksgiving game.
That's crazy.
So
they're going out like this.
and get I saw something about that recently. So it was the first game on Thanksgiving. Therefore, that was the first game ever on a Thursday.
Wow.
And people thought it was crazy. A game on a Thursday on Thanksgiving, no one's going to watch that shit because they're going to be busy doing a million other things, you know,
Right.
Thanksgiving things.
No, they
And
sitting
think
on the
about it
couch
now,
waiting for
like
dinner.
football is part of Thanksgiving in a lot of households here in America.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's kind of crazy that back in the day they were like, why would a new team, the Detroit Lions, why would anyone watch you guys on
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving on a Thursday? So yeah,
Why
kind of
not?
crazy how far we gone. Um, so that was Detroit Green Bay. Yeah. So unlike last week, I feel like last week there was a lot of not just one score games, but games that came down to a field goal.
Yeah.
Not a lot of those this week.
Nah.
A
Couple
few one score
blowouts.
games, yeah, but mostly blowouts. Yeah, Dallas absolutely destroyed Washington
Yep.
on Thanksgiving.
They've been saying people been saying like Dallas is trash because they've been playing trash teams and beating trash teams, but they're like blowing them out. Like they're destroying those teams.
Right, they're doing so.
And
Yeah,
then
so
they're losing close games to like elite teams.
right, it's kind of like when you see the Vikings and they were supposed to make light work of Chicago, and they didn't do it.
I mean, but that's
When
different.
Dallas is supposed to make light work of a team, they go ahead and they do it every single time.
Yeah, Dallas has their whole team and they're healthy, but Vikings that's a different story. They don't have their mans. I feel like the Vikings wouldn't be in this position if they had a healthy Kirk Cousins, and
And a healthy Justin Jefferson.
yeah, I don't think they would be
Right.
in this position.
Right. The
They
same way I don't think that I think that if the Cowboys lost CD Lamb and Dak Prescott, I think it would be a very different squad as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, I see where you're coming from for there, but still amongst the good teams, when they're supposed to like Chiefs Broncos. There you go. That's a good example. Chiefs were supposed to make light work of the Broncos
Yeah.
because this is before they're on a 5-game
Yep.
winning streak, remember. So yeah, it's just about executing on those days where we're like, well, why are we even doing this? This team isn't on our level. We're going to make light work of them. And yeah, at least they're executing when that happens. So it's good to see that from the Cowboys. Where do you rank them in
Cowboys.
in the NFC?
In the NFC,
Yes. So I'm assuming we're talking about
like the whole
Eagles,
NFC.
Cowboys, 49ers,
I mean, the Falcons are above them in the NFC. Like not in my opinion, but literally above them. But they have the same record. But the Falcons are in fourth place and the Cowboys are in fifth. But I don't think the Falcons are a better football team than the Cowboys. And the only other teams
Right.
above them are, I think, the Lions, the Eagles, and somebody else. I don't know, but I don't see
Well,
any
that's
other
why
teams really.
the only reason why they're ahead is because everyone else in their division isn't as good as
Yeah,
them.
I think
you know what I'm
you
saying.
could put them like
they're a bad team, but the other teams in their division are worse.
yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
but they're still the number one team in their division, so they're guaranteed that playoff spot.
I think you can put them like top 3, top 4. You can put them like Eagles, Niners, then Cowboys.
You would have,
But the only
yeah.
thing is like playoff, like it always come back to Dak Prescott's playoff performance. Like he can be top 3 now, but when you get there, what you gonna do for me?
Right.
Because we already know Jalen Hurts. Even on the games this season, we gonna get there. But even on the games this season where he's been outplayed, he showed up when it mattered. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, did he show up.
He shows up when it matters. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see that from Dak Prescott.
Right. 49ers and Eagles, where would so you said Eagles first, 49ers second? Well, what's the it factor? What's the deciding factor? Perhaps a player or a mentality, something that's going on,
I think they play each other this week. The Eagles and 49ers.
Do they?
If I'm not mistaken.
That'd be a crazy. I'm ready to watch that.
Yeah, they
game.
do. On Sunday at 3:25.
So there you go. So it's a little preview. Well, what do you think is going to be the deciding factor that can separate these two teams, as they are the top two in the NFC?
The 49ers offense against the Eagles defense. I think their offense is better than their defense.
So hold up. You think the 49ers offense is better than the Eagles defense?
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's going to be the deciding factor because the Eagles' offense isn't better than the 49ers' defense, or
their offense is good.
their offense. Yeah, their
If it
offense
comes
is
down
really
to
good.
a close game, I think the Eagles are gonna come out with it though.
Okay. Do you think this is going to be like the first like big? I guess this is probably like one of the bigger games for Brock Purdy since the game against the Eagles last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, he might be the deciding factor in this game.
I'm excited to see what the narrative around Brock Purdy is going to be after this game, depending on the outcome.
If they lose and he has a bad game, you already know what it is. Back to what we talked about a few episodes ago, somebody got to get the blame.
That's very true. Somebody got to get the blame
It
on
always
this
come
team.
down to either the coach or the
Or the
quarterback.
Coach or quarterback. Absolutely. Damn. But yeah, 49ers beat Seattle this week 31-13.
As they
Was
should.
that No, that wasn't a Thanksgiving. Was that on I'm getting my days
Yeah, it
mixed up.
was.
That was the Thanksgiving day?
Yeah, it was. I think that was the last game of
Thanksgiving
the day.
makes the weekend just become a 4-day blob. So that happened. Yeah, I mean, I expected this. Yeah, I'm just a little sad because I really like Geno Smith and I really like DK Metcalf as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I hate seeing them lose, but I feel like anyone who's got the 49ers on their schedule, as
You got a tough game ahead of you.
Exactly. But 13 points against that defense. Props to Seattle.
Yeah, but he got sacked 6 times.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you add a young guy who can rush the way that what's his name? Chase. What's it? I'm forgetting his first or his last name. Chase Young. There you go.
There you go.
Chase Young. When you add a guy like Chase Young to your squad that was already tearing through O-lines before that, yeah, you're only going to get to quarterback even more. So, yeah, that was a good game. Then Browns Broncos. There you go. Let's talk about these Broncos, bro. Before we get to the game of the week.
They're on a 5-game winning streak, bro. I gotta apologize to them. I thought they was done for.
After they beat the Chiefs and the Vikings, I was like,
That was
all
impressive.
right, these guys are for real. More so the Chiefs and the Vikings just because the Chiefs defense, we know what it's been this year. It's been a really good defense.
Yeah.
This though is, I mean, when it comes to getting to the quarterback, this is arguably an even better defense just with Myles Garrett at the head of that. So, yeah, I thought going into this game that this might be the end of the Broncos winning streak just because Myles Garrett is just going to be able to get to the quarterback more efficiently than the Vikings were able to, and the Chiefs were able to. At the end of the day, I was completely wrong. Russell Wilson was absolutely phenomenal. His game, I can't remember how many yards he had. Can you pull that up?
134.
There you go, 134. It felt like
a touchdown. He had 1 touchdown.
It felt like 200 though. You know what I'm saying? Because like
it was important yards.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
he had a rushing touchdown. That was his 1 touchdown was a rushing touchdown.
So yeah. Cortland Sutton, I don't know about you, but I like him as a receiver. I think he's just bona fide number 1 over Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy obviously came in that very, very stacked wide receiver draft. But I think Cortland Sutton has evolved into a better NFL player so far. Which having Jerry Jeudy as your second guy is not bad at all.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's not a bad situation to have wide receiver wise. So yeah, I'm really happy for Cortland Sutton and his arc in the NFL so far. So who do the Broncos play next week?
We're gonna see right now. They are playing. I think it's a bye week for them.
That is perfect.
Oh no, they play the Texans.
That's almost better. This is so okay. So then this is going to be a testament to their defense with with the run heavy team with Derrick Henry.
Yep.
But yeah, I think they might extend their win streak here and become a real threat in the AFC race, in the playoff race.
It's
So that's
possible.
nice.
Yeah, I agree with you. They might. I think they come out with a dub this week. See who they play after that. They play the Charge. They play the Chargers the week after that.
Okay, in division. Chargers been struggling.
Yeah. Who did they just lose to? Or
I forgot who they played this past week.
the Ravens. It was on Sunday. I think that was like the last game of the night. The
Oh
Ravens
yeah,
and
yeah, that
Chargers.
was yeah. You're right. That was
Yeah.
a Sunday night game. Damn, I'm tweaking.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, Ravens been doing great. Coming leading up into this game. So I don't know about you, but I saw the Ravens, or I had the Ravens winning that game.
I think a lot of people did.
So
just
yeah,
because
but
it's just because of Lamar, the season they having. They kind of got a really good team. And then what? Don't they have one of the top defenses in the league?
yeah, they do, and they have Khalil Mack. They're doing his thing, but I also wanted to ask you, who do you think is a better quarterback overall, Justin Herbert or the Prince of Duval? I'm talking about Mr. Trevor Lawrence himself, by the way.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence hasn't really been playing like that great this season. I'm not gonna lie. The team in general, like their record doesn't reflect it.
But neither has Herbert, in my opinion. I think they both stagnated
Yeah.
from last year.
Big
I
time.
don't think they really took a step down or anything like that.
So they
But
bought the same. Yeah, they bought the same. I guess.
Gotta pick one though.
They got different receivers too.
I'm picking
I'll go with-
Herbert just
Yeah.
because of the arm strength. I think, just because I like QBs that can throw deeper balls. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it is kind of a toss up. They're both really good.
Yeah, that's a hard one
both
for me.
very young, so both have time to, evolve
better.
and do their thing. Yeah. So, yeah, but I'd have to go with Justin Herbert.
Herb. That's a hard one for me. You want to talk about this
The game.
Bills Eagles?
Yeah. So Buffalo came to Philadelphia.
They came.
Buffalo scored a touchdown when they had to go up 3 against Philadelphia late in the fourth.
Very late.
And so what did Philadelphia do but get close enough to kick a 59-yarder?
Something like that. Or 61, I think it was.
61?
Like that.
There you go. A 61-yarder in downpouring rain, in just crazy rain.
Yep.
I honestly didn't think he was going to make it just because there you go. The announcer said that the last time he had made a kick that this long was in high school, I believe.
Sheesh.
Right? That he was matching his career long. And the last time he did was, not against grown-ass men who are really good at stopping you from doing that. So I thought it was just a crazy story that he was able to make it and send it to overtime, where eventually Philly won the game.
Yep.
By 3 points. Buffalo 34, Philadelphia 37. Yeah, just a crazy game with Jalen Hurts running in at the end.
Came through. I saw a video on Instagram. I forgot who it was. One of the guys on the sideline was like, oh, y'all know we about to win again. Y'all don't know Jalen Hurts. Like, I know Jalen Hurts.
Who said that? A teammate?
Yeah. I got to see who it was, but I don't remember who it was.
That's crazy.
That was funny.
They had, yeah. So there's one thing I wanted to bring up about that game that I thought was very, very interesting. There's a side by side video of Jason Kelsey, who and Jalen Hurts, when the kicker makes the field goal in the second half, right, or second half at the end of regulation, right, to send it to overtime, and you see both of them. They see it go through, and they both like kind of nod, and they both like go ahead and start grabbing like their gear to get ready, and it gave me the same vibes of when Kobe Bryant just won a big game in the playoffs, and they ask him like, "Oh, why aren't you smiling?"
Yeah.
And he's like,
Job's not done.
Job ain't done. Job ain't done." And even when the job was done, you see Jalen Hurts in the interview. He's not even smiling. He's very straight faced.
He's never smiling, bro.
He's very straight faced. He's like, "Well, you know, that was one hell of a team. It was one hell of a matchup." And man, I really enjoyed watching that. That was probably my favorite game to watch of the whole week. Probably same as a bunch of you guys, but yeah, it was a very entertaining Sunday night game to watch. We were talking about this earlier, that we wish that they had switched the Sunday night and the Monday night matchup so we get a better Sunday night game. But
definitely, that was bad.
Yeah, poor Vikings. Anywho, so yeah, Buffalo 34, Philadelphia 37. Killer mentality by the Eagles. Jalen Hurts bringing it in, scoring that touchdown, bringing it in. What was it, like a 13-yard run?
12 yards.
12-yard run. There you go.
Cooking.
Yeah, cooking. What are your thoughts on the Eagles? Because they have the best record in the NFL.
Super Bowl bound
again. So we had our predictions for who was going to make the Super Bowl. I think I said the 49ers.
Yeah.
Man, is looking like I might be wrong more and more every single day. These Eagles are really good, and they seem motivated. It really seems like it bothers them that they didn't win the Super Bowl last year. So
revenge season.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the vibes that it's given me. Especially after they were like, "Oh shit, we down 3. We got like a minute. Like let's go get this."
If Jalen Hurts keeps playing like this and he doesn't get MVP, I'm gonna know something about the NFL.
Right. I mean, last year already, he was definitely in the race for MVP. But
I'm gonna know something. But
damn, that's a good question.
MVP
voting happens right now. Boom. Who you voting for?
Jalen Hurts.
I gotta say, I 100% agree with you. I think Jalen Hurts.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's either gonna be a repeat of Super Bowl or it's gonna be Ravens Eagles.
I would love to see an all-bird Super Bowl.
I want to see Ravens Eagles so bad, bro. I want to see that.
That would be a really good matchup.
Lamar and Jalen Hurts, bro. I want to see that.
Damn. So Lamar, yeah, but here's how can you not have Lamar in that MVP conversation too? Now that you brought him up, you know
you can. They not.
But I would still see Jalen Hurts coming out with it.
It's just only because of the record, literally the record.
So are we abandoning the whole CJ Stroud for MVP narrative?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, bet.
The record, and the fact that Jalen Hurts is clutch.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
Jalen Hurts is clutch.
Mamba mentality. You hear how his teammate, like how I just said, how his teammates. If your teammates is talking about you like that, that gives you like the utmost confidence, bro. When your teammates is telling you like, bro, this is in your hands, bro. The fate of the world is on your shoulders.
Yeah, we want it in your hands too.
All right, bet. Yeah, all right,
for sure. For sure.
That man said, y'all don't know Jalen Hurts like I know Jalen Hurts.
On that beautiful note of Mamba mentality, should we switch to the NBA?
Let's do that.
I just want to talk about something real quick. I saw this podcast recently with Shangoon. I hate that I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name because I've heard different people
Alfred.
pronounce it differently. But yeah. So Şengün, one of my favorite young players to watch. I mean, being European myself, I just love watching young Euro players come in and be good. You know, Luka Doncic, Şengün, Jokic, uh,
Bruh.
Gobert back in the day.
I love Şengün, bro. I
They,
was just tweeting about him like a week ago. I was like, Şengün is him, cause I was seeing him play against the Lakers, and he was killing them, bro.
hmm
He was killing them.
Yeah, so I saw him. He hopped on Paul George's podcast P.
Oh, he was on there.
He was on there, yeah,
gotta watch
just
that.
2 days ago. Really good episode. Learned a lot about the guy. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about him and the Rockets just because they're a young team. They're doing well. They're in that playoff bracket right now for playoff race. I mean, it's still early in the season, but if the postseason started right now, they in it.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, Şengün, Jalen Green,
Dylan
Jabari
Brooks.
Jabari Smith. Yeah, I'm thinking about the offensive young people that are helping, that are making this team better and better every single day. It looks like,
Yes, sir.
because these guys are only getting better. They're all very young, so yeah, they're a team similar
chill
to
on Dylan Brooks though, cause he's averaging. I think he averaged them like he has like the best stats on the team.
Yeah, but he's not young, is what I'm saying. I'm talking about
he is.
how old is Dylan
He's
Brooks?
27. He's young, bro.
Şengün is 21. Jalen Green is freaking 20.
How old is Giannis? Giannis like 28, right?
Yeah, those are
that's
all
young.
vets, bro. These
That's
are all
young.
vets. If they were to sign a contract right now, and they would be getting a veteran contract. They wouldn't be getting a rookie contract.
I feel you. Okay.
Şengün 21, bro.
Yeah. And they got a good coach too. They got what's his name?
Udoka.
Bro from the Celtics.
Yeah. Ime.
Yep. He nice. I wish
Yeah,
they
we were
coulda-
saying. I heard someone say that it really. Remember how when he was with the Celtics, how they, especially with having Marcus Smart still as their starting point guard, how they kind of had like that dog mentality everywhere they went. They're like, no matter, even if they're at an away game, it's like, this is our house, we can take this over. I feel like Ime kind of brought that over to the Rockets because I've seen them beat the Nuggets like 2 times in the past week, bro.
Yeah, there was.
That's reigning champs.
They're beating
no
good
Murray,
teams.
no Murray. I'm gonna get to that later. No Murray, but still reigning champs. And this young team is just giving them the work.
Yeah, they got. Like you said, they're young. They got fresh legs, and then they're all athletic. They can score. They can all go get a bucket for themselves. Once they learn, like discipline, because obviously, like you said, they're all still young. Once they learn that shit, they'll be good. They'll be straight. And I think Udoka will be, like you said, he'll bring part of that in there. Like, because
Right.
I think that's a problem they had with their last coach. Like, he was just like kind of a pushover. And, you can't really have.
I don't even. Who was the previous coach on the
Exactly.
Rockets?
I think his name was like something Silas. It was something like that. I forgot his name. But exactly. Who is that?
I feel bad. I'm usually knowing who the coaches are.
They didn't really
But-
respect him, bro. He went out, he quit, and they made him cry. Bro, you can't have a coach like that, bro. If your players don't respect you, bro, nah.
I've seen coaches make players cry. Like
Yeah.
I mean, the older you get, the less dumb shit it is. But when really early on, I've seen some kids cry where it's like, "What do you mean I'm not gonna be starting this week?" It's like,
Nah.
what? And then later on, it gets on to like, okay, I haven't started in 3 years for this team.
Bro made the coach cry, man, and quit. I don't-
Man, that's
can't.
crazy. Speaking of coaches, did you see that? I can't remember. I keep on forgetting these things, man. Little details, but a team that LeBron James played recently, and someone interviewing him asked him what he felt like knowing that the coach that he's facing is younger than him.
Oh, I saw that. I forgot what he said though. I did definitely see that. I don't remember what team it was, but he was like 38. I think the coach was like 38.
Yeah, same age as LeBron. Just LeBron about to turn 39.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
so
don't remember. That's
I mean
insane.
that's again another testament to how great he's been for how long.
There's
Um,
literally a picture of LeBron playing against Darvin Ham. That's his own coach.
Damn, yeah, Darvin Ham. Where was Darvin Ham playing?
I don't even remember. Let me
So
see.
I'm assuming this is young LeBron, right? Like
Yeah,
him on the
definitely. When he
Cavs.
was on the Cavs, it might have been. It might have been his rookie year, actually.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of photos of people that LeBron James has played against, and then their children.
Detroit.
You know how like oh man, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Jabari Smith. We're just talking about him.
Yeah, there you go, Jabari Smith. Anthony, I think he played against
Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony's dad.
Oh, Greg Anthony. Who else?
Yeah, so just dude's been out here forever, and he's still one of the top players in our league.
It's crazy because he played against one of Bronny's old teammates, who Zaire Williams. He went to
Wow, so he's played with some people's parents, but he has also played with his own son.
His own son's friends, bro. Like,
Yeah,
what was
that
this
same
school?
age roughly. So what? I'm assuming the guy's only 2 or 3 years older than his son, right?
Yeah, because he been in the league like 2-3 years now.
Oh wow, okay.
Because I think he was a senior when Bronny was a sophomore, or a freshman. Because there was a guy who was I noticed because when I was in Georgia, there was a guy who was real big. He's in the NBA now, Brandon Boston.
Okay.
He was coming up in Georgia around that time, and he was playing for a school called Norcross, and then he transferred all the way to California to play with Bronny, Zaire Williams, D Wade's son, and the other dude. He got a big head, bro.
I would have
done
the same thing if I had the choice like that.
Oh, they built
mean,
a super team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a high school super team.
high school super team, bro. But Bronny was
That's the crazy part about nowadays is that you can do that because back in the day, like
Transfer.
you didn't know what a high school guy in California was doing. If you're
Yeah.
in Georgia, you don't know. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
like 20 years ago, even.
Yep.
Like people knew LeBron James. Yeah,
Yeah.
people 20 years ago, people knew LeBron James.
They
But
knew
like
AI.
they knew. I mean, who else was in high school? Like Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
You know, they knew like 2-3 guys, but you don't know 6 guys, and you don't go team up with 6 guys over somewhere just because of that in high school. Like, it's crazy the new era. Like how early these guys are trying to really promote themselves. I guess you know.
All them dudes play pro now except for Bronny. He just not. He just in college still.
Yeah, but he only needs to do 1 year, right?
I think he gonna do all his years.
Think he's gonna do 4 years of college.
Yeah. Cause he's number one. He might not even play this season.
Yeah, but who cares? Kyrie, look at Kyrie.
Kyrie was different.
He played 1.2 games, bro.
Bronny wasn't even like that. Like he wasn't what Kyrie was in high school and college.
No. Kyrie's a very different thing. But I'm just saying, like, it
Yeah.
has happened that you don't need a full season under. Yeah, but Kyrie was a very special case, you know.
So
yeah, I'm thinking about Shaq's son as well. How he
which
had
one? Sharif.
Yeah, Sharif O'Neal, how he had the heart surgery.
Yeah.
And then obviously, a bunch of stuff happening because of that. And then later on, he transferred to, I believe, LSU, to his dad's alma mater.
Yeah, and then he transferred somewhere else after that because he wasn't really getting playtime anywhere.
And so I'm just excited to see whose children we gonna see in the NBA, and if there's gonna be someone like who plays like, let's say, like a Luka Doncic, who gonna be one of those guys who's like, oh yeah, I played with his dad. Who's the next person that's gonna be in the league long enough to be like, oh yeah, I played with some of y'all's parents?
I think Melo's son,
Melo's son.
Carmelo.
Well, how old is he right now?
I think he's like 16, 17.
Oh wow, so he coming soon. Like he got 3 years, right?
Bro, he
Because
can hoop.
we're assuming 1 year of college, finish high school, 1 year of college, then come to the NBA.
Yeah.
In that case, Melo's son would only have 3 years.
Bro, he played. Bro, later watch a tape of him, bro. He plays literally just like Carmelo.
What's his first name?
He's 16. Cayenne.
Cayenne.
Yeah.
Kiyan
Kiyan. But he
Kiyan
plays
Anthony.
he played
Got you.
just like Melo, bro.
Damn.
And he got a strap.
Melo, one of the craziest offensive players, like
He got a
of
bag
the
just like him.
generation.
He got a bag just like him. Imagine him teaching you from the day you born.
Right?
Now you have his bag that he had from 20 years of just bag work, and you like 10 learning that. Now imagine when you get to his age, what's your bag gonna look like?
Right. Or just like right now, you're using that bag, and it's working because the people you playing against they 16, but then later on it's going to work because you've done it for so long. And two, he probably going to be similar size, right? Like we're thinking, hoping
tall.
at least 6'5".
He's 16 right now. He like 6'2" or 6'3".
There you go. So we're hoping, yeah, definitely going to be 6'5" at least, right? Because his dad's, how tall is Melo? 6'8"?
6'8", I think.
There you
6'7",
go.
6'8", something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, if he's at least the NBA average, he gonna be just fine. He gonna be just fine. So I talked about the Rockets. Oh, there you go, Lakers. Man, I praised Anthony Davis last episode. So now it's time for a little bit of Davis slander. I was telling you about this story. I'm gonna have to bring it back up.
All right.
So this is maybe my junior year of high school a few years back, and Anthony Davis had just acquired DeMarcus Cousins on his team the previous year during a trade, and this was about to be their first full season together, playing the two of them together on the New Orleans Pelicans. And so a lot of people were thinking that his numbers were going to go down. Obviously, you're playing against Boogie, one of the greatest offensive centers of this generation. And first game of the regular season, he goes out, and I believe it was 53 points. And in the post-game interview, people are like, wow, that was really a great game. What are your thoughts on it? And he says, well, with the roster that we have around me, I think I'm going to have to score this much every night if we're really trying to make a push this year. And that shit motivated me. Mm-hmm. That shit fired me. I was like, I really liked Anthony Davis. I was like, all right, yeah. I like him. And he's like saying, hey, I'm a dog. I have to be a dog every single night in order to win. And I want to see that now. Because if no one on the Lakers is scoring 20 points, at least Anthony Davis got to have 20 points. You can't have 17, can't have 16, can't have 15. Yeah. If your team depends on you, you need to have that 17.
His last 10 games, bro, 17, 32, 10, 26, 27, 16, 9, like 19, 30, 18. That's unacceptable, bro.
I was trying to follow along with you over here.
That's unacceptable.
And my hand looked like it was having seizures trying to keep up.
And it's like their record don't really reflected that much. They 10-8 and they in the AFC.
You said 10-8?
They're 10-8 and they're in the AFC, right?
Yeah, but 10-8 is damn near 500, bro. Like that's not a good record. Like
it's
yes, positionally wise in the playoff picture, you're good. Knowing that the 10 first teams have a chance, you're good.
I don't really think
this is the Lakers, bro, with Anthony Davis
and LeBron.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear any of that, LeBron. I'm talking about the Anthony Davis that I saw that one night who said, "Hey, 53, I should be doing that every night."
I don't
know.
This
was a few years ago, granted. But I think he's better now. He has a more complete arsenal. He's a better three-point shooter.
And I saw I'm not sure who I saw say this on TV, but they literally said that same exact thing. Like, I need to see AD shooting at least, I think he said at least 7 threes a game. And I was like, I wouldn't even be mad at that, especially if they can find another big to where AD don't have to play center and they can space the floor.
I think 7 threes a game is a little excessive.
Nah, they don't really have shooters like that. AD can shoot. In my opinion, AD can shoot. AD can shoot. I wouldn't mind him shooting 7 threes a game if we have another big man. If the Lakers have another big, like if Christian Wood was more dominant and he's grabbing boards and he's doing what he's supposed to do, he picking and rolling, setting solid screens, then AD he don't have to do everything. He don't have to carry the whole offensive load. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think. When's the last time that LeBron wasn't like surrounded by at least like one like shooter,
Right now,
or like where that? Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's
a
happening right
lot of
now.
times actually. That's why he be
Nah,
trading so much,
bro. Think about it.
But
He
they don't.
he
He
had
don't
he had
really.
Contavious Caldwell Pope, and then he got
I-
what's his name? He got Beasley from Minnesota. Before that, when he was in Cleveland, he brought Kyle Korver over. He always made sure there was someone on that corner that could just sit there, catch the ball, fucking shoot it.
Nah, you just said Kyle Korver was damn near the end of his career.
I don't care, bro. Age has nothing to do with your shooting performance, especially if you're a catch and shoot guy.
He was done. He was done. Malik Beasley, that man is no. He's on the Lakers now.
No.
Malik Beasley? Oh no, he got traded. Did he get traded?
Wait, yeah.
Or is he still there?
Where is he?
Yeah, see,
Look him up.
'cause I
Where's
remember
Beasley? Because I thought you were talking about Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope is on the Nuggets now.
He's a champion.
Yes, and he has a ring.
But he didn't. I feel like he wasn't like when his time with LeBron. He wasn't that. But when he went to the Nuggets, he like flipped a switch. But Caldwell Pope was always like decent.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I'm saying he always surrounded himself by someone who was a decent guy and whose role was pretty much to shoot.
Oh, Beasley's on the Bucks now.
Yeah, there you go. He's on the Bucks. But he always had someone who can shoot, bro. Even back in the day, like he had Kyrie Irving.
But Kyrie's not a spot up shooter.
Wait, Kevin Love?
Yeah, Kevin
Richard
Love.
Channing Frye.
Okay, Kevin Love.
He likes to surround himself with shooters, bro.
Average.
If you're not the start, 37+% 3-point shooters. You don't got to be a 42% guy.
Those are average shooters. If I want shooters around me, I want good, like great spot up shooters, bro. I don't want Malik Beasley and Caldwell Pope, bro. That's not gonna win me a championship.
Talk to the Nuggets.
Caldwell Pope did not win them a championship. Jokic and Jamal Murray won them a championship.
I think he was all right.
Those was good. They were good backup dancers. Yeah. Yeah, they was good.
but everyone's eyes was on Beyonce.
Yeah, exactly.
My bad. Jokic.
Exactly. Caldwell Pope was latching. You could go Jokic, Murray, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, then Caldwell Pope. Like what? Yeah,
That's tough.
He has some good games though. And I like throughout the whole
Bruce Brown. Forgot about Bruce Brown.
Brucey B. Remember they said Brucey B's not going nowhere?
Brucey B's not going.
Brucey B's not going. This man went to the Pacers and he found he got paid.
We gonna get to the Pacers actually. That's my very thank you. Segue into the Pacers. Indiana Pacers leading the league in offensive efficiency. One of the most exciting teams. Every single time that they're on, I get a message from this guy. Hey, you checking out the Pacers? He's not a Pacers fan. He's not a Pacers hater or lover by any means. But damn, are they playing good basketball right now?
Yes, they play exciting basketball. That's what they do, bro. They play basketball. You glued to the TV. You putting your phone down. You not nothing, bro. You just want to watch.
So Tyrese Halliburton.
It start there.
Exactly. That's the beginning of the wow factor on this team.
Yeah.
Obviously, being the leading offense, you can win games. But do you think that we're getting into somewhat of a Curry situation where it's like if you are the only guy who can go get you 30, 35, 40, 45, if you only have one of those guys on the team, are you still, pushing for a championship? Because no doubt they're going to be a strong team. They're going to be in the playoffs.
Well, I don't think that really matters right now because they're very, very young, and this team just got assembled. It's not like they've all been playing together for a very long time.
Right. This is their first full season together after the what was it? The trade with Sacramento. That sent Sabonis
I think Halliburton just got here like 2 years ago. I think this is like his second or third year here.
This is his second season with the
second
Pacers,
season. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that trade was about as equal as the Trae Young and Luka trade.
Man,
Halliburton and Sabonis, that was a very, very good trade. But Yeah, they're young. They're young. They
Yeah,
got a lot of
very even.
time. Like you said, Halliburton his second year here. Miles Turner been there. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Bruce Brown just got there.
Yeah, well, with the vision of Halliburton, it's just really nice having you need a center that's gonna that's a good center. You don't need like
Obi
you,
Toppin.
I'm just saying you don't need no Jokic or Embiid, but if you got a center that's good that can catch the ball that knows his spacing the way that Turner does, you're gonna get your points because Halliburton has just been a machine, man. He's been finding some people in pretty creative ways. And also, it's very easy when you're drawing double teams because you're scoring 35 on them.
Yeah, he had a 33-16 game last week against the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Or not last week, a few nights ago actually.
Yeah, I was looking at their game against the Portland Trailblazers where I was really happy to see Jeremy Grant do well.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant. He
He had
kind of
34, I think.
he been wanted out. He went off last night too. He had like 38, I think. He went crazy for me on fantasy. He went crazy for me on fantasy. But Grant, he wanted out. He wanted out of Portland, but then didn't trade him. I guess they couldn't find anybody to take
He
him.
probably still wants out. This probably isn't
Yeah.
the best situation for him.
It's not.
Long term, championship winning wise.
He wants to be on a contender. He literally said that he wants to be on a contender, and I think he deserves it. He deserves it.
So what's the best spot for Jeremy Grant? Where do you think?
He should have stayed in Denver, and he could have took. I feel like Aaron Gordon took his role, and he plays that role better than Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, because we've seen Aaron Gordon leading his own team when he was on the Magic, and he wasn't getting, he wasn't as efficient as Jeremy Grant right now.
They're literally like, not Jeremy. Oh yeah, they're literally like the same player in my opinion. Like they're long, good defenders. They can shoot a little bit, but I think what separates them is Jeremy Grant low key can like go get his own bucket.
Right.
I don't think Aaron Gordon really can like do that as well as him. He can wait in the corner. Jokic pass it out to us, hit a three. But I don't think he can like, okay, he got really a bag like that. Jeremy
Right.
Grant don't got like a deep bag, but he can, he got a little post game. He can shoot the three. And he's strong. He got a big frame. Like he's a great defender. So put him in Denver. Shoot, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him in Miami because he kind of fits
Miami.
that heat culture. He fit that.
People like saying that Heat
Yeah.
culture. That's probably. I think that's the only team in the NBA that has like.
Cool nickname.
Oh nah. My bad. Philadelphia had the process for a little bit. That was a pretty cool name. That was a pretty cool name. The process wasn't good. The process itself wasn't great by any means, but the nickname was pretty cool, and the hype
like
behind it was
D-Lo.
pretty cool.
I like D-Lo with deloading.
Deloading, yeah, but that's just one person. That's not a team.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Jeremy
The
Grant.
Heat culture, yeah. Jeremy Grant definitely fits that.
Where
So
else?
what would you give up for that?
For in Miami?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like you have to give up much to get that in Miami. Miami can finesse. I think
Pat
definitely.
Riley?
First of all, we can definitely get rid of Kyle Lowry.
Really?
You can get rid of Kyle Lowry, maybe some picks. Who else do they have over there? That's where I would not give up Hero for him.
I would like to see him on the Celtics. Add some depth to the Celtics. Have him be like a 6-man.
I don't know if they can afford him. They got a lot of players, especially with Jaylen Brown getting paid $300 million.
Oh shit! Forgot that man rich right now.
Yeah,
He's real rich.
I'm sure Tatum will get paid again soon. So, and then Porzingis is there now.
Yeah.
He's still kind of young, so
Okay. Well then, yeah, I guess the best bet gonna be the Heat.
Miami, maybe the Spurs.
Maybe the Spurs. That's a pretty good name to bring up, especially since I was gonna bring up their struggles. They started the season as of today, I believe they are 3-14,
That is
which
poopy.
which does smell a little poopy indeed. Yeah.
They are the worst team in the league, actually.
Really?
Yes, sir. Second worst behind the Pistons.
Both young teams. So at least it's not one of those situations where it's like, where you're just like a bad team and like it's not because of age. Y'all just bad,
It's definitely not because of age.
So-
They're one of the youngest teams in the league.
So yeah, these guys I feel like it is because of age, that I don't know, they need to grow into themselves cuz we talked about Wemby last episode
Yeah.
and how he was how he compares to Chet Holmgren.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what do you think? What do you think needs to happen for the Spurs to not get the number 1 pick for next season?
The first thing they have to do is stop playing Jeremy Sokan at freaking point guard, dude.
Really, you don't think that's a good
Bro, Pop is stupid.
experiment?
No, stop that experiment ASAP. That is
Because
horrible.
I think he's thinking back to his 90s, right? Yeah, I think he's having flashbacks to the
Man,
90s, and he's looking at Sohan, and he's thinking Scotty Pippen.
He think
Right,
this
I
man
think that's what
Magic
he's seeing.
Johnson, bro.
He's thinking like, man, I have this dude who's tall, lengthy, who can run the floor, and yeah, I think that's what he's seeing.
Bro, he's tripping. That's what he's seeing. He's seeing tripping.
He's tripping.
Yeah, he's tripping. But nah, he on the fast break. It's so many times on the fast break I don't watch him go down the fast break and just look off Wemby. How tall is he? 7'5"?
Yeah, he's around there probably with the right shoes.
Looking off somebody that's 7'5", bro. There's no way. And a fast break, bruh.
That's where Wemby's probably the most effective.
Which Jones brothers on the Spurs? Trey Jones?
On the Spurs, yeah, it's Trey.
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 Jones,
Tyus is on the Wizards,
Grizzlies,
I believe.
Grizzlies or the Wizards? Oh, yeah.
He's on the Wizards this year.
Bruh,
He
Trey
was.
Jones come off the bench, and he just make the game so easy for Wemby. I think he should be starting.
Bro, literally in 2K when I started my career, I was like, what do I do? I was thinking around teams. I was like, because I knew I wanted to be a sharp shooting guard.
Yeah.
Right? I'm Klay Thompson, bro. I'm Klay Thompson in this game. A paler version of Klay Thompson. And yeah, it was really easy passing it to Wemby. He draws a double team, and then I just call for the ball on the 3-point line. And yeah, and I'm alongside Trey Jones, so he be feeding me the ball, getting some assists, thanks to me.
Yep.
So yeah, they struggling at 3 at 14. I don't know.
They give up a lot of points too, and then they get in a lot of foul trouble too, especially Wemby himself.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
foul
mentioned
trouble.
this earlier in the season that he's gonna have to adjust to the pace and not get too many fouls because I feel like if that becomes a tendency, teams are just gonna be like,
They're gonna exploit him on.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, okay, go ahead, especially to their backup 4 and 5. Right, just be like, hey, just go into the paint and just try and make him jump because he knows there's not many shots he can't block. It's gotta be so frustrating for a man who can block damn near everything to not try and do it every single time.
Yeah,
but it's just how it's gonna have to be.
You saw Curry the other day when he was guarding Curry, and Curry blew past him. And he blew past him, and he stopped at the rim, and he was behind him. He was like, nah. He kicked it back out.
Good business decisions. Good business decisions by Curry.
Yeah, not this time, buddy, because he was smacking. He was sending that shit last time he played the Warriors.
And then he ended up running back out and getting the ball for a three.
Right
there you
back,
go.
curled
So
around.
Good business decisions.
He knew what he was doing.
We brushed on we talked about the Nuggets briefly. I mentioned they lost to the Rockets. In my mind, they're still better than the Rockets, only at one condition, though, if they have Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's still not in that lineup. What do you think? Like, do you think they're going to be better than who's ahead? Are they the number 2 team in the West right now? Or number 3?
I believe.
Or no, the Thunder. There you go. They're number 3.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to blow past the Thunder and the Wolves as soon as Murray comes back into the lineup.
I don't think they're gonna blow past them, but I think the Wolves are gonna be in one for a little bit. At some point they will though. most likely break down.
I guess the Wolves do have the best defense in the league so far.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah. But I definitely think they're gonna hop up above the Thunder real quick.
But Jaden McDaniels is hurt, so he just sprained his ankle real bad. So we got to see how that, because that's their best defender. So we got to see how they hold up. We'll see how they hold up without him.
Man, last year before the trade deadline, we also had Jared Vanderbilt.
Bro,
that was a really fun guy to have.
They pretty much the same player, him and McDaniels.
Yeah, we had two of them, and we traded the better one to the Lakers. No offense, Jaden McDaniels. I just think Jared Vanderbilt is a little bit better on. Yeah, I think he's better on defense personally.
And
I think Jaden's a better shooter, but I think that yeah,
a little bit more experience too.
Vanderbilt is just a little bit better defender.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, I agree with that.
So yeah,
but the Nuggets, the Nuggets are 12-6.
12-6, not a bad record.
Yeah, that's not a bad record. So I think they'll improve for sure. They got the Suns right on their tail. I think they're a game and a half behind them. They're 11-6. The Suns been cooking too. They got they on a 7-game win streak.
Yeah, you mentioned that right before we started recording that they're because you thought that a 7-game win streak would put them atop of the West, but yeah, shout out to the Thunder because they're a young team too. They're apart from Shea in their starting lineup, who is also young, but
they'll implode at some point this season over health issues. They're not a very healthy team. They're young, but that's crazy. They're so young, but they don't be healthy. And then Shea be resting a lot.
Shea's a dog.
That's why his averages. I'm not gonna say that's why his averages are so high, but that's why his averages be so high because he's missing a lot of games. But when he plays, he performs. Chet performing.
Chet for Rookie of the Year.
For sure, in my opinion, yeah.
Chet for Rookie of the Year.
You could argue it.
So far, yeah, I think he's cemented himself as the front runner in that race. Yeah, Josh Giddey good on offense. Lou Dort decent on offense, great on defense. None of those guys I think I just listed are under 25 years old or over 25 years old.
That's insane.
So
that's scary, actually.
Yeah. Just wait until they're all literally in their physical prime.
That is a scary team right there.
So yeah, any other NBA team you wanted to talk about?
You want to talk about the Magic?
Let's talk about the Orlando Magic. Yes, they are atop the East.
I forgot I wore this jersey for a reason.
They are atop the East. Another young team that's doing well. So we have two young teams.
We're not even going to start off.
up there in their rankings.
We're not even going to start off who people think we should be talking about right now. We're going to start off
Who do people think we should be talking about?
They think we should be talking about Ben Carroll, but we need to be talking about my guy Franz Wagner.
We need to
be talking about Franz Wagner.
He knows. Mo and Franz Wagner both play for the Magic.
Yes, sir.
Franz a little bit better on the offensive load. It's crazy, bro, because they'll throw their best defender at him, and I see him. I don't know. It's weird. It's like his moves are similar to Jokic, right? Where it's like you see him do them, and you're like, that wasn't a particularly quick move. Why were they not able to stop him? And it's his body position. It's his footwork and body position. Franz Wagner.
He got finesse,
props.
Bro.
Yeah, finesse. He has that finesse in his step for sure.
Yep. Magic, man. Ben Carroll is but we gonna talk about him too. He's, in my opinion, somebody who could honestly win Most Improved. But the only reason, like,
Wagner could win Most Improved?
No, Ben Carroll. But the only reason, like, people would probably be against it is because, like, same reason when Ja Morant won Most Improved. It's like you was a top pick when you came in the league, so people expected you to be great. So why would you get Most Improved?
Right,
right. You would give it to somebody
who won Rookie of the Year last year?
Probably was it? It wasn't Cade Cunningham. It couldn't have been because is it Cade Cunningham second or third?
Can you look up 2023 Rookie of the Year real quick? NBA Rookie of the Year.
This Ben Carroll second year or third? I mean, or second or first?
I think this is Banchero's.
If it's his second, then it was him last year.
Yeah, this is Banchero's second year because Wemby was the first pick.
Yeah, so
This year.
yeah, it was Banchero. Yeah,
Banchero was Rookie of the Year?
yeah, of course, by
So-
far.
Okay, so he was the Rookie of the Year.
Franz Wagner was in
Man,
that
it
race
is
too.
really hard to get it right after because I feel like it's hard to get it whether you win the Rookie of the Year or not after just 1 year in the league, just because they need a better sample size, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty much it for I don't know who else could win Most Improved. Tyrese Halliburton.
Scotty Barnes, but Tyrese Halliburton was cooking last season. He was cooking. He was cooking on the Kings.
Yeah, but that's what we talking about with Ja. You know, where it's similar to that cooking, but there's a difference between being a sous chef at your local at your local dive bar and being a Michelin star chef in downtown New York City, and that's Tyrese Halliburton right now.
Yeah.
That's similar to how Ant was cooking. No one can say Ant wasn't cooking last year,
Yeah, he was.
and no one can say he's not cooking even more this year. So, yeah, it's most improved. You guys do the most improvement. So, yeah, we'd have to look at the numbers by the end of the season, but I'm not sure what Franz Wagner was averaging last year. It might be a bigger leap for him.
Yeah, possibly.
So yeah, well, on that note of people that you didn't think you should be talking about, but you should be talking about them.
Talk about him.
Yeah,
Go watch a few
talk
Magic
about
games.
him. Yeah, so that's a great idea. There you go. Go check out Magic games. What's a team that I want y'all to go check out?
The Timberwolves.
I want y'all to check out Timberwolves always. But I really want y'all to go check out the Bucks. They've been doing really well right now. I think that if Dame and Giannis keep playing the way, keep on meshing and melding more and more together and being more and more of a team and a dynamic duo, is going to be some scary stuff that we're going to see for them. So, yeah, both teams in the East, kind of crazy. Go check out the Orlando Magic. Go check out the Bucks. And, yeah, that wraps it up for this episode of Balls Out Sports Podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and peace. Have a good one.